It was our last day on that trip, and there was this most precious server that was there, and he looked at me at the end of the trip, and I was saying goodbye, and he was like, I'll see you again soon. He's like, I'll see you here in about 1.5 years from now with your husband. And I was like, oh. And so I usually don't tell this part because it's very intimate, but I feel like I should. Bloom where you're planted, right? Okay. So he said that to me. I carried that in my heart. I timestamp things in my phone. When someone says something or I overhear something, I use my notes all the time, and I like to look back to see what time that was, what year that was. I save all that. Anyway, so I have it in my phone. And thrown off by it, held it in my heart, didn't think anything of it. Then I went to go to the ticket line to leave. I was with my mom. There's only a few flights out at the night in Israel back to the States. And so I was standing there at the ticket line, and there was a guy who was checking out with the guy, you know what I'm talking about, get your ticket, check your bag. And I see him, and I was like, I tell my mom, I was like, that guy looks really familiar. And my mom was like, go say hi. Those of you who know my mom, like, that's something. Go say hi and say hi to him. I'm like, oh my gosh, no, I don't know. I just looks familiar. And so anyways, flight, fast forward from May to August. I'm standing in the office, and our family friend was like, you need to meet the owner, blah, blah, blah. And he turns around and was like, oh, hi. You're the guy from the ticket line? Oh, it was so coy that I was like, oh, nice to meet you. Like, I have to get back to New York, so I'll see you again soon, I think. I get a random DM on Instagram, and you never know, like, if these people are the real people or whatever. Anyway, so it was Charlie. It was in my DMs, and he was like, hey, I'm in New York. I want to sit down and talk to you about the faith stuff. I have a Fox hit. He chooses a place, Bill's Burgers. Never been there before in the city, and I've lived there for like 6 years. I'm like, where in the world are we going? Burgers. So we sit down, we have burgers. He grills me for 3.5 hours on, thank God the restaurant was open late because we were there for a very long time. Philosophy, politics, anything you can imagine that Charlie loves to talk about, which is a lot of stuff. It was just like go time. It was like college campus Charlie, but like in between French fries. And so we're just going at it. In a good way. And so we were going back and forth, and he was done, and he just like wiped his mouth, put his napkin down. He looked at me, and he was like, well, I'm not going to hire you. And I was like, well, I didn't really need the job, but I was here because you had asked me to be here. But he was like, I'm going to date you. And I was like,